Being good at digital isn't easy. Digital transformation demands more than just adding a set of capabilities to the enterprise. It requires some pretty fundamental rethinking of how those capabilities need to be organized and how work gets done. Let's start with constant customer research. One of the big themes in my story about how enterprises make decisions is the shameful underutilization of voice of customer as a strategic analytics capability. A good voice of customer program is the most cost-effective strategic analytics asset you have. It's an always-on, always-ready capability that can be used to help frame, drive, and make decisions throughout the organization. A good digital customer research program is constantly tracking how customers make decisions, what they care about, what they like about you and your competitors. It's making that data available to the entire organization, giving every decision maker constant feedback on the state of the customer. And that same program is available for immediate spot research whenever a key decision needs to be made. If your voice of customer program is static, if it's focused on a single performance metric, or if it's living inside a single group, you're doing it wrong. And speaking of doing it wrong, customer experience and journey mapping is another place where big enterprise seems determined to do it poorly. Mostly, I see enterprises treating this as one of those one-off exercises that you hire a big-time consulting company for. No, the customer journey should be the strategic model you use to frame all your decisions and all your analytics. It should be a constant part of your decision-making. Elaborating that journey should be an ongoing activity, with customer journeys continuously described in more detail and with greater segmentation. There isn't one type of customer, there isn't one type of journey. This is much bigger, much harder, and much more important than it seems. If you're doing this right, every strategic decision you make can be placed in the context of a customer journey improvement. Voice of customer provides the focused customer understanding necessary to strategic thinking. Customer experience mapping provides the framework for understanding where and how you can shape the digital business. But analytics provides the meat and potatoes of actually understanding and optimizing every one of those touches. The key to good analytics isn't just having an analytics department. Yes, you need people dedicated to analysis, but even more important than having the people is having a plan. Unguided analysts, like unguided analytics, largely a waste of time. A good analytics plan should lay out exactly which business questions the analytics team is going to answer in the next 6 to 12 months. When you start answering important business questions with analytics, you're on the road to being good at digital. Nearly every organization I work with has invested in a testing team in the last couple of years. But in the vast majority of cases, what I see is that enterprises have gone about this in the worst way possible. I like to recast this whole capability as controlled experimentation, to emphasize that it's not about A/B or MVT testing tools. It's not about software at all. It's about being willing to test your ideas to see what works best. And it can be done in every aspect of digital, from digital marketing attribution to strategic decisions around channels and functionality to the nitty-gritty details of user experience. If you've created a separate testing department and given them responsibility for managing a software tool, you're doing this wrong. Which brings me almost full circle to the ingredient that I think is the single hardest one to get right. We've all heard the platitudes about continuous improvement, but continuous improvement shouldn't be a platitude. It's not a slogan on your wall. It's a way of doing business that takes Agile seriously. Teams build a website, budgets go away, they leave for the next project. That's just stupid. Whether it's a website, an app, a tool, or a content section, if it's worth building, it's worth improving. This takes a fundamental rethinking of the way budgets work, of the way vendors are used and managed, of the way teams are organized. To get digital right, you need to make continuous improvement the guiding principle behind what you do, and you need to have a real method to drive that improvement. Speed is an analytics-driven method we've developed for real improvement in the digital channel. It's like Six Sigma, but custom built for analytics-driven digital. Putting method and process together to drive continuous improvement is ultimately what it takes to get digital right. Does it demand fundamental change in your organization? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Nobody gets to be good at digital overnight. In the next video, I'll tackle which projects are the best ones to get started with in building a foundation for true digital excellence.